Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to have a little bit more fun than I have, kind of less serious vibe on this video than I have with recent deck techs. Today we're going to be doing an Iyslander deck tech. I've been playing Iyslander, I guess, is like my second hero since Uprising meta started, and I've just been really having fun with the hero, like tons of fun, really been enjoying her. And she's just someone that I think, one, can be competitive, hopefully in the future once people figure her out, and also kind of once, I guess, Prism goes away a little bit. But she kind of has some good matchups, some bad matchups. But for me, playing her as of recently, it's really just been having fun with her. It hasn't been really like, obviously I want to win, but if I win or lose, it doesn't matter. It's just been like one of the more fun decks I've ever played. And I kind of took my crack at it. I've played some games with her now. I have enough of understanding where I feel comfortable making a deck tech. This definitely isn't as serious or as crazy as like my 5 deck techs. This is definitely just like my first stab at it. So for any wizard connoisseurs out there, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the deck, good and bad. We'll be talking about this deck a little bit more in the Discord. That's linked in the description down below. So if you want to join the Discord, please, whether you're a Ninja player or not, doesn't matter. Please join the Discord, join the conversation. We have over 200 members in there right now. We're doing really well. It's really fun. So yeah, we'll get right into the deck. So I have the deck split into like the main board, which is over here, and then my sideboard. My sideboard's pretty huge. Like my main board is only 42 cards. And that's because I've kind of split it, my sideboard, into like different packages. And I'll explain that when I get there. For the main board and equipment, we're running Cornet Peak. Amazing card. Like, if you play a hero at all, you're going to know a Cornet Peak, how good it is. Just basically just stripping a card from your opponent's hand and constantly making them play on basically a 3-card hand when applicable is really, really nice, especially if you get ahead in tempo. This card just becomes insane, and it blocks for 2 late game in a pinch. I treat this card similar to like Mask Momentum, right? For Fi, or for Ninja, where you want to keep this card in play as long as humanly possible. Do not let go of this card early because you'll regret it later. You really want to keep this card late, because if you can set up like your Frost Hex turns and your Insidious Chill turns and really start to shed your opponent's hand while also dealing frostbite damage, this card just compounds on that with the setup prior to on your turn of making them discard a card. Or making them get rid of a card. So this card is amazing. Tunic is also in the main board, kind of self-explanatory. Ironhide Gauntlet for me is in the main board, just to help with the block value. Really good when you play a card from Arsenal, like a 0-cost blue, that's a wizard or ice card, gives them a frostbite. Then you block with with gauntlets for 2, pitching something, having 2 flowing, and then you can Waning Moon. Just a really good combo. And the Storm Strider's kind of obvious for wizard. My main Storm Strider targets for the most part is one. Usually it's not Ice Eternal because I don't really need to. But my main, I guess, targets for me are actually my red cards in a pinch when I need them, like Freezing Point or Ether Ice Vein. Being able to hit those in a pinch when they're kind of low on life is really nice. I don't have to arsenal the card, and I can play these in conjunction with something for my arsenal. And then we kind of get into the deck. We're running red Ether Ice Vein, red Freezing Point. I think those are the most staple reds in the deck. Ether Ice Vein is pretty self-explanatory. Deals 5 Arcane. No one's going to be running 5 AB against you unless they're running Arcane Lantern. Most of the time, I think 4 is the most you're going to see. So it's going to probably eke through and make them have to discard a card or pay 2. Freezing Point's really good when you have a bunch of afflictions on the field. Be able to deal like 7, 8 Arcane for 3, which is really, really nice. Also, it helps trigger Insidious Chill when it's on the board. So like if you have 2 Insidious Chills on the board and you play a Freezing Point fused, they're going to have to discard a card or pay 2 twice, and then you're also going to deal 7 Arcane to them. So it's really nice for that. And then right now I have yellow Ether Ice Vein. I just have a 9 of this card. It's just too good. At the worst, I can pitch this away and pitch stack it and use it to like Moon or something. And then at best, it's a 4 on hit, discard card, pay 2. So really nice. Then we get into the core blues. These are the blues I'm running no matter what. Ether Hail, pretty standard, right? Ether Ice Vein, again, standard. Arctic Incarceration, 0-cost blue that gives them 2 frostbites. Channel Lake Frigid, pretty standard, right? Frost Hex is really good as well. I took inspiration from Fenno Black's list in the sense of I don't want to just play for that Frost Hex Insidious chill turn and Ice Eternal. Obviously, like that's the one-shot kill turn, and I think the highest me and my buddy Matt have played, he hit me when I was at 22 life and killed me off of 3 Frost Hexes with 2 energy potions. But I don't have energy potion in this deck, as you can see. I'm not playing for that specifically. If I can get it, I can get it, but that's not my whole purpose of my build. Then Frosting, pretty standard. Ice Bolt's really good as well. Ice Eternal, for obvious reasons, is really good. Insidious Chill, Winter's Bite, and then Cold Snap. Not a lot of people are playing Cold Snap, and I know that, and I know it's kind of only really useful for heroes that value their arsenal a lot. However, being able to draw a card, right? Like you play this, you only pitch 1, you have 2 floating, you can Waning Moon with the remaining 2, and you just drew into a card, right? So you still have a 4-card hand, and you can moon. So like if they don't come in for a whole lot, or you kind of slow their turn down, it allows you to basically block with a card from hand after playing Cold Snap and still have 3 cards in hand, do something on your turn, and have a good arsenal. So I enjoy the card. And then Waning Moon is the only weapon we're using. I think in this type of build, like you're just going to only use Waning Moon, in my opinion. Then we have the sideboard here. So I have 42 cards in the main board, and each one of these packages gets me up to 57 cards, and then I have to pull something from the other side. So in the sideboard for equipment running Alluvion Constellas, this card is insane in anything that deals arcane. Like unbelievable. You basically swing your Waning Moon for free like every 2 turns. It's just nuts. And then Metacarpus nodes. This is for like the more fatiguey matchups, like Oldheim is really big. And in the mirror, I'll even use it because it allows me to, just push that extra damage when I need to. And then Conduit of Frostburn. This is the one I'm a little bit still hesitant on, but it's really good against heroes that really, really value their arsenal. Against Briar, it's nice, especially if you think they have a Channel Mount Heroic in play. You can Cold Snap or Ice Bind their and freeze their arsenal, and then activate Conduit of Frostburn and get rid of it. So maybe you can get rid of a channel. Obviously, it'd be really good against a Bolton. Maybe good against a Lexi. So until I find a better slot to put that in, I'm just going to keep it Conduit of Frostburn. So that's where that's at. And then we have 2 packages. So we have what I like to call the Aggro Package against aggro heroes, and then we have the mid-rangey / like Fatigue and Bravo package, I guess is the best way. So for the Aggro Package, we have Encase. A lot of the aggro heroes do rely off triggered hero abilities. If Encase hits, it turns off Lexi, it turns off Phi, basically anything that's a triggered ability, which if anyone's not aware, triggered ability is action cards, attack reactions, defense reactions, and instants. So it turns off Prism's ability, it turns off Azalea, it turns off Lexi, it turns off Phi, it turns off Oldheim's defense reactions. He can't defense react out of you. So this is the one I will pull over into this for Oldheim, even though he's probably running AB3, but it's still the threat of it. And it does their equipment. So it turns off stuff like Grasp of the Arknight, turns off Storm Striders, basically anything that says the word action, instant, or attack / defense react, it's going to turn off. So it's just a really good card, and I enjoy it a lot, and it's 0 cost. So you can defend with 2 cards from hand, play this on your turn for 3, fuse it with the Ice Blue, and then Arsenal the Ice Blue. Just really good. Then we have Ice Bind. Again, aggro heroes value their arsenal a lot, so being able to freeze their arsenal is really, really useful. It is a 0 cost, right? It's not an ice card, so it's not going to give them a frostbite, but deal 1 arcane damage to any target. If Ice Bind is fused and deals damage, freeze a card in their arsenal until the start of your next turn. So if they're really valuing their arsenal, this is pretty much going to strip a card from their hand in order to keep that arsenal around, because then you're just going to Conduit of Frostburn it and really put them in trouble. Then you have Channel Oblique Expanse. This one's a little weird, and I personally like this card because we do want to fuse as an Iyslander, but it doesn't hurt our overall game plan a ton. The only time not being able to fuse really hurts us is like on our swing turns, right? If we don't fuse for a turn, it's fine. However, or not, yeah, because reveal cards, but this prevents heroes from drawing cards, revealing cards, or searching decks. The reason that this is good is because a lot of the heroes in the meta right now that are top are doing that, right? So any aggro deck that runs Belittle, they can't Belittle the next turn. Any ninja cannot trigger for Mask of Momentum. they can't reveal, Bravo cannot reveal Showtime, or play Showtime and reveal and then search for a deck. Azalea can't use Knock the Death Whistle. She also can't draw off Death Dealer. People can't draw off Art of War. Like there's just so many use cases for this, and the minute annoyance that it does to your deck is not as bad as what it's going to do to those decks that really value searching, drawing, and revealing. So, just a really good, in my opinion, card to have in the aggro right now. Especially even like Briar won't be able to fuse her Bramble Sparks, won't be able to do stuff like that. So just really good card overall. Then we have Blizzard, obviously gives them a Frostbite, and they have to pay 2 or their attack loses go again, which in literally every aggro deck that's good. So that's what I have for my aggro package. Normally what I bring into that, my last 3 cards, it just depends on what they are. Most of the time, so like if it's a ninja, I'll probably bring in Sigil of Permafrost to be able to deal them a little bit more damage, create some Frostbites. If it's like a Prism, I'll probably bring in Oasis Respite to get around her Dominate that she could do sometimes. Or I'll bring in Brothers in Arms and Oasis Respite and just run at 63 cards. It just depends on hero to hero, and I'm still kind of figuring that out on like what's that last 3 cards that goes into my aggro package. However, I'm pretty set on like the standard package. Then here we have like our what I would call Bravo, Prism, who else? Dromai, trying to think of who else mid range, like Dash would be really big for this one if I think it's not a boost dash and it's a control dash. Couple other cards, but this is like the mid range / control deck package. We're bringing away 360 reacts with Oasis Respites as well. Ether Hail to try to get over the top with 4 Arcane. And then Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms, to me, I know some people are like run yellow Findels. I like Brothers in Arms because 1, it's a popper for Prism and Dromai. 2, it can attack for 6 if you absolutely need it to. 2 for 6. And then also it blocks for 4. So like this card is basically a defense reaction. And when you're talking about, defending with this from hand, you defend this for 4, pitching 1, floating 2, and then if you've played something from Arsenal that term, then you can moon for 3, right, on their turn. So I just like the flexibility of this card. I only have 3 poppers because in my opinion, right now, at the level I am, and I think the level most Icelanders are, if you play a Prism or a Dromai, you're just losing anyway. You're not going to win. So I'm not worried about trying to tech against those matchups too much because in my opinion, it's literally sheer luck if you win those matchups. But overall, I do like it for its flexibility. To block for 4, being able to attack for 6, or being able to pop something is just really, really nice. It's basically like a D react to my deck that also attacks for 6. That's the way I look at it. So it's really nice. And Oasis Respite's really good for the life gain anyway, gaining 3 points of life over the course of the game. But yeah, this is my first crack of the deck. I feel pretty confident about where I'm at right now with it. I know you can run like the hybrid builds as well, right, with some attacks and stuff. I just wanted to like stay true to the ice theme with this deck. The cards that I'm not running, that some people may be running, right, kind of looking at it, I just wanted to kind of look. Red Icebind, I've seen some people running kind of as another card, which I think is good. A lot of people run Amulet of Ice. I think Amulet of Ice is really good. This card just sucks when it's in your hand because it doesn't block. And I hate that. I actually hate that. I switched this out from because it just doesn't block. And so you could run this as well, but I don't run it myself. That's kind of a common one that people run. And then there's a couple other reds that people can run, but overall, I'm really looking to, make the most of what I'm doing with the deck per like what type of package I'm going against. The one thing I'm a little weary on right now is the mid-range control package does have technically 12 reds in it, or 15 reds in it, on top of the fact that it also has 6 reds over here. So I'm running at 21 reds, which is a lot. Like that's a third of my deck, and it's a little bit too many reds for me right now. So I may end up switching that out a little bit and trying to incorporate a couple more blues because I don't know. I think it might be a little bit too many reds. So that's something I'm still working on. So if you're a Wizard connoisseur, if you've been doing Wizard for a while, please let me know. maybe a way to improve this package without like going too far away from what I'm trying to do with the deck, if you don't mind. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy this. Again, more of just a fun deck tech, kind of give my first crack on. I wanted to share it with y'all because I've been really enjoying it. Hopefully y'all like it. If you do, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord if you want down below. We'd love to have you. If not me, it's totally fine. Go in our Fleshbug creator so we can get them and more people seeing this game. Leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.